Well, hey there, YouTube. I almost called you Instagram. Welcome to my second question and answer. I haven't done this in literally years. I don't think I did one when I first started YouTube, and I just haven't gotten back around to it again. Plus, I stopped YouTube for a little bit, so you guys know that. But thank you guys for submitting your questions. Sorry, this is kind of a weird setup. This is the best lighting I have. Emma has a ring light at my dad's house, but I didn't feel like going to get it, so I'm at my mom's right now. And so, yeah, I just didn't feel like going to get her ring light, so here we are. Okay, so you guys have asked me, I don't like this. I'm just gonna sit on my knees. I got a lot of questions about postgraduate plans and my boyfriend. Which of course I get. You guys wanna know what I'm up to, who I'm dating, who I'm not dating, whatever. So I'm gonna address those two first because the rest of the questions are pretty specific, and then I'm telling you, a lot of you guys asked the same questions. So this is probably gonna be a little shorter than what I anticipated, but it's cool. We'll do another one for sure. Y'all gotta get more creative. Gymnastics is over. There's more questions to ask. As far as a boyfriend, yes, I have a boyfriend. I just posted with him. We've been together for a year and a half, and some of you are probably like, oh my gosh, we never see him. Well, yeah, one, he hates social media more than anything, and I obviously don't hate social media. I do sometimes. We all have our things. You know, I'm always on Instagram. I'm always posting things. So it's been a battle. It's been a battle, but we're getting better. But also with that, I've learned that like, I don't need to post a picture for us to be dating. Like, we've been dating, that doesn't validate it. So there's been some good and bad, but yes, I have a boyfriend. As far as postgraduate plans, you guys know that a while ago, well, when I first graduated, I was saying that, you know, I really want to get involved in public speaking, and I've been doing that, and that's been really, really cool. This past summer, I had prior commitments of, I mean, you guys saw I was gone like every week. I don't think I was home in Houston for more than about 5 days. So because my weeks were pretty booked with camps, I couldn't really put my foot fully through the door of speaking. And because of that, I didn't want to fully dive in when I knew I didn't have the time to prepare, and I knew I wanted to give those who were asking me to speak all of me fully prepared, and what I could give. So I haven't really gotten fully into that, but now that summer's over, which is weird because it feels like postgraduate life is just one big long summer, at least for now, because I don't have a 9-to-5 job. But yes, I am doing public speaking. I've been doing some really fun, cool projects along the way too. I actually, well, this isn't a fun project, but I just got back from a graduate school interview. I almost said internship. Can't talk. I just got back from a graduate school interview, and that went really well, so I'm gonna wait to hear back from them. But I want to keep all my doors open, all my options available, so I'm just applying, and then when the deadline comes around, I'll make my decision. So I've got public speaking, I've got graduate school potentially, and then my little projects along the way. There's a few that I can't exactly say right now, but one's definitely gymnastics related. Woohoo. And then I'm starting a podcast with Taylor Beth Davis. She's an ESPN reporter. She's swamped with football right now, which is super cool. She's got the coolest job. She's the cutest thing ever. She did gymnastics. She covered gymnastics, I think my freshman and sophomore year. So I've done a few interviews with her. We know each other pretty well. So that's going to be strictly about college gymnastics. And I am so excited to get the ball rolling because that'll be really, really cool. And I'm excited to share my thoughts with you guys about college gymnastics, the process, my predictions for teams and that sort of thing, and being able to talk back and forth with Taylor would be really cool. So we're open to names because I don't think we have one right now, so if you guys have any suggestions about what our podcast name should be, comment below. I'm on Cameo, and I know I've talked about this a little bit on my Instagram if you follow my Instagram, but Cameo is a little short video where you can message me on the app and say, hey, you know, it's Emily's birthday. Will you say happy birthday, good luck at your competition, have a great day? And I can send you that video. So if you have a special someone who's super in gymnastics, they know who I am maybe, that would be a great tool for you to use. I'm also starting, I literally just had a conference call today with something called VidSig. And so it's kind of like Cameo in the sense of, except I'm going to be able to have one-on-one, kind of like FaceTime with you guys, but it's through the app. Watch out on my Instagram because I'm going to be posting more about that as I get to know more information, as I get that going and signed up. Yeah, I've got a lot of little things, little projects that I'm trying to do, and I'm super excited about it because this is something, you know, in NCAA you can't use your name and likeness. So now that I'm out of that and I can be me and promote myself, it's been really cool to see the opportunities that are kind of falling into my lap. So those are the two questions that you guys had a lot, that a lot of you were asking, was the postgraduate plans and the boyfriend. Now I'm gonna get into the more personal questions. Okay, so this one's from, bear with me on the pronunciation, Hadley E. Ladner. That's what it is, Hadley E. Ladner. She said, are you going to vlog with your sisters at all? I kind of touched on this in my last vlog, the one where I was with my mom and Emma stole my clothes. You know what's funny? Just sidetrack. When I was videoing myself in the mirror saying like, this is my mom's shirt, like, and then I kind of went on a rant about like how sisters steal from each other. Little did I know that you guys would get live in action a fight about stealing clothes. So that was comedy gold. You're welcome. Unplanned. Amazing. Anyway, Hadley, to answer your question, am I going to vlog with my sisters at all? I would love to. However, Shayla lives in Bernie, as you guys know. If you follow her on YouTube or Instagram, which by the way you should, follow Shayla Kelly on YouTube. You know that she lives in Bernie, Texas, and she's with her fiance Wyatt. So she's not ever home except when for holidays and whatever. Skyla just went off to college, which is weird that I'm done and she's gone. So she's not home either. And then Emma and I, our schedules overlap. I am gone what seems like all the time, and then Emma has school and practice and all those sorts of things. So of course I'm going to vlog with my sisters when I can because I love doing that. I know you guys love to see us because we're nuts. So I'm going to as often as I can, Hadley. This one is from Jules. What are things you try to incorporate in your everyday life and routine? That is a great question. Leaving college or graduating from college and coming back home has been quite the culture shock. You go from living on your own terms, and in your own life, in your own house, apartment. There's good things and there's bad things with moving home. The good thing is I have a place to stay. The bad thing is I'm a young adult who doesn't have as much freedom. As weird as that might sound, it's a really weird transition. It's a really weird vibe, and I totally forgot the question, what you asked me, and that had nothing to do with it. So because it's a whole new routine from going from on my own to back home, I've had to kind of redo a routine or kind of find a new one in a sense. And with traveling, it's been hard to be consistent with that. But as far as things that I make sure I try to do when I'm home, I wake up, I go downstairs, I make a cup of coffee, I make water with lemon, I take my Bible and my journal, and I sit down and I have my quiet time. And once I'm done with my coffee, once I'm done kind of setting my day and getting my tone for the day started, then I go about my day. But those are things I definitely try to make sure that I get done every day. Also making my bed. I again touched on this in the last vlog, but I make my bed every morning. It just makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm in charge and that at least one thing in my life will be done on my terms, because we all know that's not how life works. This one's from my friend Ashley Mark. She said, favorite thing about yourself. You know, honestly, before graduating college or even before getting to college, I thought when people asked you this was a really conceited question, and I felt uncomfortable answering it. But as I've kind of grown into myself and realized what my strengths and weaknesses are, and being in the interviewing process and talking to people when they want to know, what are those things that you like about yourself? What are those things you struggle with? I've learned that this is a really confident question, and it's a really important question. So to answer that, I guess my favorite thing about myself is that I'm funny. I have a great time with myself. I've thought about making a vlog of just the weird things I say throughout the day and the goofy noises I make and the voices, because if you're a close friend of mine, you know I make weird voices all the time. If you know anything about LSU gymnastics, if you've been around that team, we all talk in this weird voice. You know, the sister voice, all of us do it. I'm just a weirdo, and I'm really funny, and I really enjoy my own company. So that would probably be my favorite thing about myself. This one is from Kylie Radabaugh. I'm so sorry, but you know who you are. She asked, what is your favorite candle scent? This is a tough one. I think, well, I have a candle over there. It's some sort of vanilla. Olivia Gunter actually got it for me for my birthday, and I love it. But fall is my favorite season, so I'm so excited for the fall candles, and the leaves have changed, but that didn't really happen in Houston, but a girl can dream. As far as my favorite candle scent, I think my go-to everyday staple, like what I love my room to smell like, is Capri Blue from Volcano. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I don't actually have one right now because it ran out and I haven't gotten a new one, but that one is my favorite. As far as fall, I love like the pumpkin ones. I love the apple cider one. Sarah Finnegan, when I lived with her, she hates anything apple, so like I could never, not that I could never have it, but I just didn't do it because I knew she didn't like it. So I'm super excited to get an apple cider scented candle, but I like the pumpkin-y ones too, for sure. Chad Ocoin, how is the transition from being a D1 athlete to normal person? This kind of goes hand in hand with the postgraduate plans question that you guys were asking. The transition has been really weird. You go from this really elevated platform of being this, in a sense, a hero. At least your school makes you feel like you are the best thing since sliced bread. That can either boost your ego in a bad way, or it can somehow weirdly humble you. And I think it at times it did both. So it's kind of weird transitioning into the real world and coming back to a not LSU based city where they don't know you. And so they don't really know the insights. They don't know how big of a deal, or at least upcoming, the sport of gymnastics, college gymnastics is becoming. They don't really understand how big of a deal it is. And I'm not saying that I'm necessarily a big deal, but I don't know, they just don't appreciate you in the sense that you used to be appreciated in. So it's been weird. It's been hard. It's been disappointing at times, but I think any athlete feels this way. I think anyone who has had a passion in college. I mean, I think if you were in the band too, you play instruments your whole life. I think that's how it works. I'm sorry guys, work with me. I'm trying to use an analogy. You play in the band and then you graduate, and it's like that's just a story now. You have to kind of find out who you are and what your things are, and I think I was lucky enough to experience that or find more things out about me through my injury versus just being a gymnast. So that has been helpful. But overall, the transition has been stressful, but it's been good. I've grown a lot, and I feel like I've been able to kind of dip my feet in different ponds, which I've been so excited about. _Life of Michelle asks, what's something big you want to accomplish in the future? That's a loaded question. I have so many things I want to do. I would love to write a book. As far as speaking, I'd love to have a speaking tour going on. I'd love to have an established podcast. I know Taylor and I are getting one going, but even in the future, I'd love to have one. I feel like people might define big differently. To me, it would just be having a goal and accomplishing it. That's a big deal. Not necessarily being Kylie Jenner famous, that might be big to someone, but that's not necessarily my idea. But as far as being successful, I think accomplishing big things would just be having my goals and accomplishing them. This one's from Jen_Lynn D. And actually, this is the last question. She says, I know you were very close with your team and roommates at LSU. How is being away from them? It's been really hard. It's been really hard. And I knew it would be, but I guess I didn't understand at what capacity. Now that my sisters are gone too, and I am a young adult, luckily I have my boyfriend, and he lives like 40 minutes from me, so we definitely get to see each other all the time. But not having my girlfriends has been rough, and not having girls who get me, who've kind of seen every side of me, good and bad, has been hard. And I need to make new friends in Houston, for sure. For sure I need to, bad. But it's been hard, but knowing that Baton Rouge is only a couple hours of a drive away has been really nice. I was just up there for a home game, so it was really good to see the girls, and then our banquet's at the end of this month, so I'll get to see them again. So knowing that they're kind of in my backyard, it feels good. It's comforting. But that's it for the question and answer vlog. Thank you guys so much for submitting your questions. I feel like that might have been a little short. I'll see where editing takes me, but again, thank you guys so much for following. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Check out my Cameo. Everything's linked in my Instagram bio. It's like the website address is like Linktree. That's because you can add like more than one link. So my YouTube channel's on there and my Cameo, and then I will soon add my VidSig once all of that's checked out. But keep up with my Instagram because all my announcements are going to be on there, especially YouTube related. And I will see you guys later. Oh, and before I forget, I promised you guys 2 vlogs. So the question and answer one is now, and then the one you guys are going to get later this week is what I eat in a day, which is what you guys voted on. Hey everybody. So I'm just sitting here editing, just, you know, getting the vlog ready. And I have noticed that this entire time I have a giant little chunk of dandruff right there up in the corner. So if you're like me and you watch this video and you're constantly doing this because you think that like you need to clean your hair because I needed to in this video, you're not alone. And I just wanted to point that out, that you guys know that I'm now aware. So